So this is UA's. I got second today at locals box tournament, and here's profile.
I don't play a whole lot, so it probably doesn't happen.
All right, so first we go with three midfielder. He's your starter. Basically, he's your only normal summonable UA in the entire deck, and he's good. He's good for OTKs as well because his effect works like Cosmo Farm Girl, where he can swap out another UA and can keep attacking. Next, we got three Slugger. He's Armades, can't respawn, level 5, good for Shark Fortress. Then we have three Blockbacker.
I would, but I don't know where to get over.
Oh, two Blockbacker. Forgot my third one. Basically, he's one of your walls. The way UAs work is you have your offensive cards and your defensive cards. You play the offensive cards on your turn and your defensive cards on your opponent's turn. And Blockbacker, he's big old booty at 2700, and his effect is pretty great. When your opponent special summons a monster or monsters once per turn on their turn, you can change their battle position and negate their effects, and that effect negation is permanent. So, and then on to the next, we have two Ace. He is your negator. He's your stun guy. He disrupts. Basically, once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can pitch a card from your hand and negate a spell, trap, or any effect activation. It's pretty good. Then we have one Dunker. He's the whole piece of the OTK, the Dunker jersey for game. He does piercing, and when he does battle damage, you can pop a card. Then we have Rebounder. He's your recovery guy. Basically, when he's normal summoned, or you special summon him on your opponent's turn, you can summon a UA from your hand or from your graveyard. So it's pretty good. The only off thing is he's the only UA that doesn't have a pair for levels because I don't run goalkeeper. Alright, and then we move on to the extra stuff to make the deck actually work. We have two Linkslayer, because he's a free special summon as long as I control nothing else. He's a level 5 for Shark Fortress, and he has spell and trap removal. So you can pitch 2, pop 2 spells or traps. Then we have two Gargaka Gardna. He's your OTK stopper, and he synergizes with Penalty Box because he can prevent himself from being destroyed by pitching cards, and your main cards that you want to pitch are either a UA to set up Rebounder or Penalty Box, so that way you can banish it to search any UA spell. Then we have the Heroic Engine. We have 1,000 Blades and 3 Assault Halberd. Basically, 1,000 Blades is searchable by Assault Halberd. Assault Halberd is a free special if you control nothing, and he's level 4 if you want to make rank 4 plays. Plus 1,000 Blades has the bonus of giving you a monster if you're getting your butt kicked. Then we're on to spells. We have 3 UA Stadium. You need it for everything. Whenever you normal summon a UA, it lets you search your deck for any UA monster and add it to your hand. And each time, once per turn when a UA is special summoned, every monster you control gains 500, not just UAs. So when you have Linkslayer on the field, you can easily bump him up to be a big old beater. Then we have 2 Terraforming, because you need the field spell. And then we have 3 UA Signing Deal. It's a better version of Hero Lives. You get to special summon a UA from your deck, and the only cost is that you have to pay life points equal to their level times 300, which is way, way cheaper than half your life, obviously. So, but the only downside is their effects are negated, but that's easy to get around with UAs because the way UAs work is they can sub in and out, and obviously if it's resubbed, then it has its effects back. Next, we have the Equip spell, 2 UA powered jersey, and this thing is the card that makes people salty. It's the one that ends games. Basically, you equip it to a UA monster and it gives them 1,000 attack. And then, whenever they battle, if they destroy a monster, they can attack again, and any battle damage they do is doubled. And to protect it, whenever you swap a UA out, if the UA monster returns to the hand, so does this card. It doesn't go to grave. So it's reusable. Then we have the Last Ditch UA card, UA Turnover Tactics. Best card, hardest to use card. Basically, if you control 2 UA monsters with different names, you can shuffle all the monsters on the board into the deck, and each player summons monsters from their deck equal to those sent. So if you're playing against a person that's very extra deck heavy and uses a bunch of small monsters like Yang Zing or other synchro variants like Junk and stuff like that, it sets you up to go for a Jersey play and screws your opponent because they lose all those extra deck monsters and get normal things back. Then we have Stormforth, because sometimes you don't have any monsters on board, you need to get something out. 2 MST, because initial traps that stop their initial summons really cause problems with the deck. Warning, bottomless, hurts really bad, stuff like that. And if you're not attacking with Slugger, you want to get rid of as much battle traps as possible. 1 Rhoda, sad. Search midfielder. Soul Charge, it's a filler. I want to get 2 Foolish Burial of Goods to put in this to work with the next card. UA Penalty Box at 3. It's a great battle trap. Basically, if your UA battles, you banish your opponent's monster until your own second end phase. So it's a great battle trap. And whenever it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to search any UA spell card. Any. So usually use it to grab Stadium if you need to start your play, or Jersey if you need to finish the game. And then the 1 Call of the Haunted, because it's a decent filler for the Foolish Burial of Goods. Okay. And I don't have the extra deck with me today because I didn't feel like playing it.
First place,
but you would run Shark Fortress at 4s.
Yeah, 2.
In second place, we have
Alright,
Antonio.
anything else you want to say?
If you're gonna play it, you gotta really think about what you're doing, because mismanaging your subs can really screw you, because you can only sub things in and out once per turn unless you're using midfielder to get extras. So you don't want to end up screwing yourself that way, and you don't want to get locked into a situation where you're only relying on attacking. You want to be able to stun as well.
Because you're a nice guy.
That's it.